Well, hello there. It's Dr. Jim. Thanks for stopping by. Today's topic is mental wellness and mental health. What are the differences between the two? So, while we often hear about becoming more aware of mental health issues and illnesses, things like that, we tend to hear less about improving our mental wellness. But what is mental wellness and how does it differ from mental health? This can be kind of confusing, and that's why I try to tackle this topic. Let's explore the differences between the two and discover ways that we can improve both of them. So, let me start by talking about mental health. That's the term we normally hear most. Most of us learned about mental health in either high school or college, and we continue to learn about it throughout our adult lives. We've learned that mental health encompasses our emotional, psychological, and social well being. It affects almost everything in our lives, including how we think, feel, act, how we handle stress, make choices, and how we relate to other people socially. We've also learned that there are a myriad of mental health problems and psychological disorders that develop due to biological factors, life experiences, and our family histories. The most common psychological disorders in the United States there are two: anxiety and depression. Therefore, having good mental health might be viewed as the absence of a mental disorder. That's a good takeaway right there. Now, let's shift gears and look at mental wellness. That was mental health. This now is mental wellness. More recently, a good deal of attention has been paid to the concept of mental wellness, and it captures more than mental health does. It's a broader concept, bigger tent, lots more ideas, and it includes important aspects of our lives, including the following: emotions, our psychological state, our social relationships, our ability to function on a daily basis, spiritual, religious, or existential state, mental and cognitive abilities. Mental wellness is seen as dynamic, fluid, renewable, and a positive resource. It's an active process that requires us to focus, initiate thoughts and actions, and to become more conscious of the world around us. It is largely an internal process whereby we experience multiple dimensions, including mental, emotional, social, psychological, and spiritual. Other key concepts associated with mental wellness include the following: feeling good. Mental wellness means you really feel good about life. Being resilient. When life is a little tough, you pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and you move forward. Resilience. Remaining functional. Enjoying healthy and positive relationships, not negative and unhealthy relationships. Contributing to your community and society as a whole, leaving something better than the way you found it. Realizing our full potential, having a sense of fulfillment or accomplishment, meaning and purpose, and feeling coherence, good connections in our lives as we move forward. Being mentally well also means that we experience self-acceptance. I am who I am. Self-worth. I'm worth a lot. Growth. I have the ability to grow every day. Meaning and purpose. Why am I here? What am I doing? Autonomy. I think on my own. I do what I want. And environmental mastery. I get around just fine. So being mentally well is where it's at. Here's what you need to know about mental wellness. Let me take a drink. I don't have my David Bowie cup here today. That's why I'm. Mental wellness means far more than the absence of a mental or psychological disorder. In fact, a lack of mental illness does not ensure good mental wellness. There are plenty of people who have no diagnosable mental illness, think about this, and still don't feel quite right about themselves or where they are in their lives. How many people do you know like that? They may not feel all that healthy. They're dissatisfied with their lives. They're not happy with themselves. They're not functioning well because of stress, because of loneliness, financial problems, constant worry. But yet, they cannot be diagnosed as depressed. They cannot get a diagnosis of anxiety, but still that's the way they are. Isn't that interesting? So, mental wellness and mental illness can coexist. The differences between the two might become visibly clear when we realize that people who live with depression can still live fully satisfying lives, surrounded by people they love and who love them, and they are living out their passions. Have you ever met a depressed person who is happier than someone who is not dealing with a depressive disorder? It may sound counterintuitive at first, but in reality, it's not. It's real. I know people like that. Do you? So mental wellness then might be a buffer, a protector to many forms of mental illness. This is an important part of my topic. Research demonstrates that people who display numerous characteristics of mental wellness tend to be diagnosed less often with forms of psychological disorders. This is not to say that mental wellness is a cure-all, but if someone is happy, they're emotionally stable, they're successful at work, they're pretty successful with life, pretty sharp thinker, they bounce back from failures and look into the future towards a bright future, it makes sense then that they might be protected from some clinical forms of psychological disorder, including depression and anxiety. Another way to look at the relationship between mental illness and mental health is that practices to improve one helps the other. Getting adequate sleep, good nutrition, exercise, reducing stressors in your life, and being in meaningful and positive relationships are all recognized as protective factors for mental health and things that will improve mental wellness. These are all connected. I love studying this stuff. It's wild. It really is. But it could bring such great insight, and I hope you're getting something for this. But mental wellness is a lifelong process. We have to work on it. So here are some final thoughts. There's been a shift in focus on mental health, mental illness, and psychological problems to the power of mental wellness over the course of our life. While both do share similarities, mental health, mental wellness, they are vastly different in a number of ways, and they also coexist quite nicely. They exist together with the goal of maximizing who we are as human beings today and in the future. So, might I encourage you to pay attention not only to your mental health, but to your mental wellness. I hope you do. I'm Dr. Jim. I'm going to go pay attention to my mental wellness right now, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you'd like to learn more about our products, you can find the link to the website in the description. And I'd also like to give you a coupon code if you'd like to try some of the products. For your first purchase, use the code YouTube to receive 20% off your first purchase. I hope you enjoy the products.